Have you ever sat there and like you're just staring off into space thinking about something?
Sometimes you're like daydreaming?
Yeah, it's something similar to that.
But like you get stuck?
Yeah, it's like you just can't, you know.
Okay.
My name is Matthew Hodge. I am 27. I was in the United States Navy for 6 years, and I have post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder, in my own words, is the after effects of a traumatic event that happens in your own life. Let's say, in my instance, when two of my friends were murdered and one attempted suicide, he actually survived. He shot himself in the head and survived. I was the first responder to that. I remember going in and seeing my friend laying there on the ground. We had to move the ironing board because she fell over it. The water sprinklers were going off. There was blood everywhere. And when I looked down, she had been shot in the back of the head and it went through her eye. And her eyes were still open, so as you go by and you look down and you see your friend laying there and there's nothing you can do about it because you know she's dead. The first symptoms was the lack of sleep. You don't sleep very well, you wake up, you have bad dreams. I remember right after it happened, I couldn't actually close my eyes without seeing that whole scenario in my head. I couldn't actually blink. It was tough to just like, just like do that right there and not see it. You just keep playing it over and over and over. Every so often, I'll think about it. It's hard to talk to some people about it. Like, you don't really want to involve your wife or your kids or whatnot of all the things that you've seen. Okay, it's hard to tell, your wife or when your child gets old enough to understand the thing. It's like, do you really want to tell your child or whatnot that, hey, when I was overseas, I worked a double homicide suicide, and daddy's friends got shot in the head, and I had to carry the bodies out. You don't really, you can't explain to your child or really your wife the after effects of what that does to not just your personal being, but also like how you react to certain things. Talking is actually the best thing to do with it, and
sorry.
That's all good. And after when you're talking about it, you actually you kind of take away from the flashbacks. You relive that moment for just a brief period of time, but it's so easier to just tell somebody about it.